The way that we won't use the jargon of lift or hold out as expected, which is often how we sort of think a lot of the market analysis and what we're doing there. This is actually the client that I showed you in the previous slides. This is a little bit of the detail in their model. This is a regional client, not national. And we wanted to understand a bit more of what was going on within their prior ad spend. So if you look at the red, right, the red ends up being basically the areas where they performed just exceptionally well. They were happy with performance there. They were getting good conversions. They were getting good sales. They really understood what was going on in those regions. And then sort of that purplish color or whatever you want to call it, the lighter color there, the lighter one that's not the beige, that's the main, parts of New York and Pennsylvania. That actually were these identified markets where, there was no spend there. And even though we had specified on our regional campaign that we wanted to get, have spend allocated in those areas because of, and this is an instance where, the Google algorithm will likely put money where they're getting good conversions, right? And so just by the general gist of how things are going, you may spend a lot of your money in very appropriate areas, but what we're able to do here is uncover those areas of missed opportunity. And so it's almost an exercise in match markets, and we can identify exactly where those are. And then we go in and we tell Google where to place the ads the next round. And so that's that kind of the holdout area. And that results identifying these niches through our statistical procedures, allow us to then get new conversions or new sales or new clients in regions that are basically right at our doorstep and we're already advertising to. So essentially it's increasing effectivity and brand awareness and sales within a region that is core to your service that you would have not known otherwise.
An analogy could be if you're a roofer down the street and they put a sign in your front yard and said, I did a roof here, but there's other people, the neighbors in that neighborhood want roofs too. You have no idea. Here, we can actually let people know, actually, these other houses also want roofs. So we can make sure that the messaging gets in front of them. So it's an opportunity where of efficiency. If someone's in a neighborhood, I'm just using that analogy of that roofer driving around in that neighborhood, they know going into that day that they should be knocking on those doors and say, hey, by the way, I'm also doing this roof here. Would you like one? And oh, wow, how did you know that we were looking for a roof? So it's that really cool way to really leverage the work that's already that the platforms are doing. But what we do is we really enhance and optimize what is not capable within those platforms when you're building out campaigns on Google or Facebook. Like we're manually uncovering the information and then we're manually inserting them into the platforms through an API so that, again, we're uncovering these opportunities and really increasing revenue.